Surface mounted downlights is a key category for any exterior application, and Lumascape has several within this category within the Essential series. So I want to talk about first the S Quad, and then we're going to get to the S Drum. So the S Quad comes in a variety of different options. We're going to call the larger option right here. This is the S Quad itself. Okay, this is the downlight only configuration. Within all these options, it does use the PowerBoard internal lighting engine. That means a low voltage input of 10 to 15 volts. Output ranges from 75 to about 5 to 600 depending on the fixture itself. Color temperature defaults to 2700K. That is the most popular within this low voltage exterior application standpoint, especially if we're in the landscape environment. Also within the PowerBoard configuration, you do have the various optics that you can play around with in terms of beam angles. So 10 degrees, 20, 35, and 60. Go ahead and specify it how you'd like it to be for when you order the fixture itself. We do have thermal management built in, from heat fins to circuitry and other firmware related designs. Lastly, we do have the ability to put in quite a few different external optics, from hex baffles to spread lenses, solights, and other things, just to give you the nuance that you need from these downlighting applications. So let's first talk about the S Quad itself. This is the downlight only version. It comes in two configurations, one with the heat fins exposed, kind of you can see here, and I'll show you with the larger one here. So you can have the heat fins exposed, which is its own unique technique and look, or you can have the cover itself, depending on what you're looking for. The great part about this fixture is it does come in either die-cast aluminum or die-cast brass, depending on the needs of the application, and in a sense, the needs of the geographic location too. If you do have the die-cast aluminum version, we do anodize that with that marine grade coating, as well as the powder coat finish as well. We have about a handful of standard powder coat finishes, as well as the custom color configuration as well. So we've got multiple finishes, we've got multiple material bases. From a mounting standpoint, we do have various mounting hardwares depending on the fixture. This is the simple and easy to use one for the S Quad itself. It makes for a very easy locking configuration when it just pops on there and then just locks in place. When you are installing these things as high as you generally are, it makes it very easy to install and service when you have a mounting configuration that is easy to work with. In addition to mounts, we talked about optics, we talked about finishes. Lastly, the configuration here is the up-down version. So what I showed you here is the down-only version. This is the newest up-down version. You can see this one does have the fins exposed. We do have a cover option, just like I showed you, for this application, which hides this and makes it a little bit more consistent. Now, you have the same benefits within the up-down version as the down. That means external optics work very well. The same PowerBoard configuration exists. The only difference here is you do have two PowerBoards, one going in the upward direction, one going in the downward direction. What I do like in the up-down version is it does have a longer shroud on 3 of the sides, which gives you a little bit more glare protection than on the shorter one itself. So that is my favorite option. You will find this to be very well sealed. It is IP66 and 67 rated. So that does very well in a variety of different areas. So this one is only offered in aluminum, but we do have a copper shield or sleeve option as well if you are looking for that copper and natural finish and look. Lastly, with this up-down version as well as the down-only version, we do have additional wall plates that gives it a nice new look and feel in order to attach it to various junction boxes or just make the fixture look a little bit bigger depending on the nature of the size of the wall or the architecture itself. So that is the S Quad, the larger version. We do have a newer, smaller version as well. This one, also PowerBoard, also low voltage, is small enough that it fits only a 1 LED size board inside. And so you can see the optics here. It does default to just a wide lens, a wide flood. Beam angle, you have everything secured inside with a variety of different fasteners. And it's really just designed to be a smooth and consistent look that flows very well within any environment. My favorite part about this one is that is the width of it is perfect for a classic metal gate. It fits on a classic 2-inch wide post, unlike the larger version, which fits perfectly on a 4-inch wide post. From a wire management standpoint, the cool nuance about this one is the wire can actually go down the bottom, it can go through the wall itself, or even we have some little knockouts from the mounting bracket here, so it can go up to the top, just depending on how you want to install this fixture and where it needs to go and what's easiest for the installer. So this one is only offered in die-cast aluminum, which means, again, you get your marine grade coating as well as the powder coat finish. So that concludes our topic on the S Quad. Now the S Drum is our other addition here for that surface mounted downlighting conversation. So this is the round version. You can see in this case, this is has a copper sleeve over it. On the inside, you can actually see that this is a die-cast brass. This is the brass version. It does add quite a bit of weight to it, and I am touching the copper finish, so it is going to show some fingerprints in a few days. In this case, you do have all the same PowerBoard topics that we just talked about. And just a quick reminder, on PowerBoard, you do have all the ZVC link options built in from a zoning, dimming, and color changing standpoint. This downlight also has its own surface mounted component. We do have the bracket that goes on, and then once it is screwed in, you just twist and lock to get that in place. In addition to this, we do have a wall plate as well for this round version. And that wall plate, especially if you need a little bit more tamper resistance, that wall plate allows you to really secure it and check that tamper resistant box so that it cannot be removed from vandals. So it also adds just a different element, a wider look, so it fits over standard junction boxes and just looks great. This is the copper brass version, as I mentioned. It does have a shorter lip in terms of glare control. If you do want the aluminum version, it does have the longer lip, just like we saw in the up-down version of the S Quad. So remember, for glare control and ultimate glare control, I always recommend using the ones with the longer longer shroud length, as well as throwing in some of those fun accessories like hex baffles, which are available too. So we have the Quad family, we have the Drum family. Lastly is the S Delta. The S Delta product is that surface mounted downlight similar to the S Drum, but it fits and attaches to a vertical wall. So it fits more or less that classic sconce look and feel. You do have the longer glare shields. You do have the general look and feel to match the drum. So whenever you want to have a vertical surface configuration mixed with the horizontal surface configuration, then those definitely work together to specify the drum and the S Delta together. So that concludes our conversation on the S Quad, the S Drum, and the S Delta. If you have any questions about those products or any others within the Essential series or the rest of the Lumascape product line, go to lumascape.com. Thanks for watching.